So how many shares of Archer Aviation do you need for $1 million? We're going to do 3 scenarios, so let's get right to it. So amid this market pullback, I thought I'd try and boost the mood a little bit. I'm going to do how many shares it takes of Archer Aviation to grow $1 million. And we're going to do 3 separate scenarios. Some of you guys that followed the channel from day dot will remember I'd done a very similar type video, and it was back when I had the red wall in my bedroom. But guys, I've done an updated version, and it's going to be quite different to the previous one. So make sure to hit that like button if you like this updated version, and guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And you know what, just for you, if you want me to do any similar video on any stock, please let me know. I want to start giving back to the community just because you guys have been with me from the very start and we're just getting bigger. But anyway, let's lift the mood, even if you're feeling down in the dumps after this significant market drop. Right, so how many shares need for $1 million? Get the pen and paper ready and let's jump across to the presentation. Right guys, I did tell you it was going to be different. This format is going to be a presentation based. Now, if you preferred the old format where it comes up either side of my shoulder, please let me know, because going forward I can do it like that also. But I just think this is a lot easier to wrap your head around. Now, you are going to need a notepad because this is very financial heavy, but I have tried to simplify it for everyone. Now, one thing I want to stress, this does not take dilution into account. This is as of today. Going forward, to get these 5, 10, 20x's, we are going to need to take dilution into account. But just for any of you new guys, do not follow this like a Bible, but it's a nice little guide. Right, so we're going to get into how many shares of Archer Aviation do we need for $1 million, and we're going to do a 5x, a 10x, and a 20x scenario. Now guys, I know some of you think it's going to 100x, but I think we're going to stick with the most realistic price targets, and we're going to keep it simple at the 5, 10, and 20. But let me know how bullish you are on Archer. So, Archer today's market cap is 4.096 billion, and we have had a bit of a pullback. You're going to need this figure for later, so make sure to keep that down. So the current share price is $7.55, and compared to where we have been, it is quite a dramatic pullback. However, if we compare it over the likes of 6 months, we are up over 100%. So then, for $1 million today, how you'll get that is $1 million divided by 755, and that'll give you the amount of shares required to have $1 million today. And before I let you know, I have nowhere near this amount. So don't get stressed if you have nowhere near. The numbers do start getting nicer as we get into this video. So that is 132,450. And for any of you smart Alex out there, I included the 0.311. So guys, you would need 132,450.311 shares to have $1 million today. Now, very few people, I'd say, in this community have this. However, if you do, don't be afraid to let us know. So let's get on to the more achievable share amounts. So, looking at the 5x scenario, we're going to go to the current market cap of 4.096 billion. And we're going to times that by 5. That gives us a market cap of 20.48 billion, which is very, very achievable, especially post-certification. For a 5x share price, we do 755 and we times that by 5, and that gives us 37.75. Again, these sort of price targets, post-certification, and once we're in the likes of the United Arab Emirates, these are very, very achievable. So this is where you're going to want to pan in on the amount of shares. So for $1 million, we're going to go 1 million divided by 37.75. And that'll give us 26,490 shares. And again, to any of you smart Alex, the 0.0662 is there. So you'll need 26,490.07 shares to have $1 million at a 5x. Now, again, 26,000 shares is a substantial amount. So we're going to get into what my ideal price target is. So at a 10x scenario, the current market cap is 4.096 billion. And at a 10x, it'd make it 40.96 billion. Now guys, you're going to say this is a $1 trillion industry, but there's going to take baby steps to get there. And I don't think Archer or Joby will get a 50-50 share of this and be a $500 billion business. However, if you disagree with me, please let me know. So, at a 10x, the share price of 755 by 10 would be 75.50. And you can see where we're starting to get close to these price targets that many people are shouting around. $1 million, you'd have 1 million divided by 75.50, and that'll give you 13,245 shares. So 13,245 shares are needed to have $1 million at a 10x. Now, for the guys that are really bullish, and I know some of you are shouting down the TV at the moment that we're going to go higher than 20x. But at the moment, I'm most comfortable only going as high as 20x. But we can adapt as we get higher. So at a 20x scenario, the current market cap is 4.096 billion. At a 20x, it'd be 81.92 billion. So we're getting to that 10th of a trillion market cap. So then we go 20x share price, 755 by 20 is $151. Loads of guys shouting around in any of your forums or anything are saying they're looking at a $200 share price. So $151 seems quite achievable in the long term. So for $1 million, we'll go 1 million divided by 151, and that gives you 6,622 shares. That's 6,622.5 shares needed for $1 million at a 20x. Now, I was speaking to one of the guys in the comments the last day, and he already has 5,000 shares of Archer, and he's getting close to 5,000 shares of Joby. Guys, I'm not asking exactly how much you have invested. However, are you anywhere close to this? And if so, are you willing to hold it the whole way, or are you going to be taking profits along the way? Let's get back to the studio to discuss more about this. When you break down stocks just like this, it really makes the likes of the $1 million in a particular stock quite achievable. We're not talking about a 20x overnight, and that's what I want to completely steer away from. This is in the long term. And if you want to see me do this to any other stock, I don't care which one, please let me know. Alright guys, till next time.